in year 2, it seems.
I'm not a vet yet, but just staying poised. I mean, I know a lot of pressure is probably on her from the outside. You know, I know how it is, just being the big name, coming to town, expected to do big things, and I was just telling her, like, stay calm, stay poised. Me and Hailey have a great relationship. I love her, and just being able to be here for her in this moment, because last year was tough for me because I didn't have a lot of vets. So just being that big sister, I guess, kind of to her this year is just super important for her.
Guys, hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel, guys. The Chicago Sky. Okay, we are nearing closer and closer. We're getting closer to the upcoming, the most anticipated, 2025 WNBA season kickoff. Okay, but the preseason starts this Friday, May 2nd already. Already we're going into May, the 5th month of this year. It's crazy. Time is flying, guys. Okay, it is flying by. So we will be able to see some Chicago Sky games, coming up soon. Preseason games. So again, guys, just like, comment, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel because I will be covering those games. These Chicago Sky training camp videos is giving me life. I like seeing the ladies in the gym working hard. They're training, they're getting them layups in and them 3-pointers, the mid 2 shots, and also the interviews. Angel Reese gave some interviews. Hailey Van Lith, of course, she gave interviews. And Camila Cardoso, she is so cute. She gave interviews. She was talking about, it was like, how will you describe something about, like, will you be more assertive in this, upcoming season? She was like, what does assertive mean? They were like, it means like, like aggressive. She's just so hilarious. But what I found really interesting, when Angel Reese did her interview, for this Chicago Sky training camp, she talked about how, her relationship with Hailey Van Lith is just so special. She, she sees her as like a big sister. Angel Reese, that is. Angel Reese says she sees Hailey Van Lith as a little sister and she's a big sister, even though technically Hailey Van Lith is like, I believe 1 year older than her. But again, obviously Angel Reese, she's now a veteran, She's no longer a rookie, whereas Hailey Van Lith, she's coming into the WNBA as a rookie, and she's small, let's be real, She's like, 5'7"? I don't trust Google. She is not 5'9", Hailey Van Lith is not no 5'9", but Angel Reese is 6'3", and she's like, you know what? You can't beat me up, so technically I'm the big sister. But what's also interesting, guys, is that in that interview, Angel Reese spoke about how, she wants to kind of guide and mold and be like that good, strong leader and example for Hailey Van Lith as she enters her rookie season, right, for our Chicago Sky. And Angel Reese made a comment and she said something along the lines, again, I'm going to read the article. She said something along the lines of, when I became a rookie last year, she was like, I didn't have many vets. It was not a lot of women on the Chicago Sky team to lead, guide, instruct, and teach me. I had to pretty much figure it out. And again, I'm going to talk more about that in this video. Guys, this article is brought to you by SportsIllustrated.com. It is titled, Angel Reese Reveals Sky Relationship Goal with Hailey Van Lith. The Chicago Sky selecting former Louisville, LSU, and then TCU Horned Frog star Hailey Van Lith with the number 11th pick of the 2025 WNBA draft, meaning that Van Lith would get to reunite with Sky superstar Angel Reese, who she played at LSU with during the 2023 through 2024 NCAA season. They actually ended up winning the championship, right, in 2023. When asked about getting to reunite with Reese in her post-draft press conference, Van Lith said, I'm just excited to get to be around her again. I think we have a lot of similarities on how we carry ourselves and our mindset on what's important to us, and she's a dog, man. She turns up the intensity of everybody around her, so I'm excited to be in that environment again where she can pull more out of me than I think I have, Van Lith continued. Reese appears equally excited about playing with Van Lith. And after the Sky's first WNBA training camp practice on Sunday, Reese detailed the type of relationship she's trying to have with her teammate. I'm not a vet yet, but just staying poised. I mean, I know a lot of pressure is probably on her from the outside. I know how it is being the big name coming to town, Reese said of Van Lith per Twitter post from Steve Greenberg of the Chicago Sun-Times. I kind of disagree with her. Again, she, along with Camila Cardoso, Angel Reese, that is, Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso are officially entering their sophomore season. This is their second season in the WNBA. Now, I believe you can call them veterans, They're not long-term veterans in the game, but this is their second season. They are no longer rookies. So, of course, if you're not a rookie, you are officially a veteran.
I mean, from top to bottom, from Ariel to Kia to Beck to Sloot, from E to E Will, it's just a breath of fresh air to have somebody to have your back. And I think that's the most important thing. And just learning from the offseason, I hung with Chelsea, obviously, and asking her, what did it take for you guys to win that championship? And they were saying, sisterhood and just being able to have each other's back. So I learned a lot in my offseason, and just coming back here, being able to be around a great group, is just a breath of fresh air.
Me and Hailey have a great relationship. I love her, and just being able to be here for her in this moment, because last year was tough for me because I didn't have a lot of vets. Reese continued. So this is where it goes. She said, last year was rough for me because I didn't have a lot of vets. So just being that big sister to her this year is super important for her. So here it is, guys. Again, like, I like how Angel Reese, again, she speaks so much, so fast, okay? She's just like me, okay? In that interview, like, she talks so quick, okay? I like the way she pronounced salute, okay? Courtney Vandersloot, she's like, salute, okay? Like, she got that salute, like, you know, that Baltimore accent, okay? Every now and then it actually jumps out when she pronounces her O's and U's. But again, she said in this interview, she wants to be Hailey Van Lith's big sister. She wants to be that leadership. Okay, she wants to offer her leadership guidance and instruction. She was like, I didn't have that, pretty much. She blatantly said it is what it is. And it's like, it's not being shady. She being honest about, you know, her experience being a rookie as a Chicago Sky player last year in the 2024 WNBA season. Now, when you think about last year's season, the veterans or the leaders who should have been the leaders, they should have acted as leaders on that team, were none other than Dana Evans, Diamond DeShields. I'll put Lindsay Allen in the mix. And who else is the girl name? Isabella Harrison, okay, aka Izzy. They were a hot mess. Let's be honest, okay. The team from last year, they didn't have that guidance. They didn't offer, not just Angel Reese, but like the team as a whole. It's not just about Angel Reese, but Camila Cardoso, the other rookies, okay, the other veterans, the other, you know, players of the team as a whole. I did not see leadership from Diamond, Lindsay, damn sure not Dana. Okay, the women on that team that had got some skin in the game. Okay, Dana Evans, you won I believe it was the 2022 or 2023 WNBA championship with the Chicago Sky. I believe it was 2021, rather, not 2023. That, of course, that would be the Las Vegas Aces. I believe it was 2021. Chicago Sky won a championship underneath Kalia Copper, and I believe Candace Parker, if I'm not mistaken, guys. I'm sorry. But Dana Evans was a part of this team. You would think that this woman would have more leadership and offer more leadership guidance and instruction, but no. During the freaking exit 2024 WNBA interviews, Dana Evans, along with Izzy Harrison, was boohoo crying, talking about people were bullying us, and you don't know what it was like to be made fun of and picked on and bullied by people who look like me, and it was so rough, y'all affected our locker room, and y'all don't understand. Like, don't nobody want to hear all of that. You are a veteran. Y'all supposed to be leaders. How did we affect the locker room? No, y'all affected the locker room because y'all was out there acting a fool, making stupid mistake after stupid mistake. Dana Evans don't know how to pass the ball. So many shot clock violations. Izzy being a freaking bump on the log on the court, being a ghost, just a nobody. Diamond DeShields acting a fool on the court. I can go on and on and on. It's like, how dare y'all? Now, again, like, I'm not saying, like, you know, it was right for anybody, be it the fans of the Chicago Sky or haters of the Chicago Sky, to bully y'all, send you all types of threatening emails, etc., which I'm sure, unfortunately, they probably did more than likely, you know, experience. But it's like, where is the accountability? Y'all are the leaders. Y'all are supposed to be the veterans guiding these rookies last year. According to Angel Reese, it's clearly it's true, okay? Just how the last season unfolded, how that entire season went. Y'all were not the veterans and the leaders and the guiders and teachers of that team to lead Angel Reese along with the rest of the team. Again, from day one, guys, it was clear to me, Chicago Sky, for the Chicago Sky team, Angel Reese was the leader. As a rookie, she was leading them. It was times when she had to calm Dana Evans down. When Dana Evans tried to fight Natisha Heidemann, okay, when it was the Minnesota Lynx, it was at their home court up there in Minnesota. It was Chicago Sky versus the Minnesota Lynx. Multiple times in that game, Angel Reese had to snatch Dana Evans up off that court because she kept trying to fight Natisha Heidemann, because Natisha Heidemann had scored on her, put up a beautiful three. Like, you too old to be acting like this, Dana. You are supposed to be a leader and a veteran of this team. Why is a rookie having to calm you down, having to literally walk you down to the damn bench and sit your ass down because you want to cut up? Again, I'm glad that Angel Reese has decided to take on the big sister role for Hailey Van Lith along with the rest of the skyscrapers, because again, I wouldn't say, like, you know, last year our problems that we lacked identity. We lacked a lot of things. But when it comes to looking at the veterans on the team of the Chicago Sky, but last season, we lacked leadership. There was no leaders. From Dana, Lindsay Allen, Diamond, Izzy, all of them. They were just literally just there, acting a fool. Guys, comment down below your thoughts on Angel Reese and, Hailey Van Lith and, of course, Camila Cardoso, their Chicago Sky training camp interviews, okay? It was very interesting. I like, what Camila Cardoso had to say. She kind of checked the interviewer. He was like, what do you guys think like y'all did wrong last year? She was like, we in the year 2025. Okay, we about to, we're not looking into the past. We only worried about what's going on right now in the present and also what's going to happen in the future. Period, point blank, and dot.
Is there any bit of a chip on the team's shoulder just because of how last season went?
No, I think we left last season behind. We in 2025, so I think we're focusing on that.
But you do take some of the things that work for you, right?
Yeah.
Thanks, Melissa.